We're back after a bit of a hiatus from YouTube. I have spent lots of time getting my flat ready to sell, and I also cycled from Toulouse to Barcelona. Here's a photo of me going over the Pyrenees. Go me! But I am back, and it is pretty much the end of audition season for 2026. And I am delighted with my coaching clients' results this year. We're still waiting to hear back from a couple of schools who are dragging their feet. But overall, my coaching clients have been receiving offers from some of the top schools in the UK, the US, and Australia. So I thought that I would take this opportunity to talk through some of the things that I've been seeing with my coaching clients that are really setting them apart from people who aren't getting the results that they want. Basically, there is some kind of secret sauce that is giving my coaching clients these fantastic successful results. And I wanted to break some of those things down to give you, hopefully, a bit more clarity, a bit more of a to-do list, a bit more of an action plan when it comes to you either auditioning for the first time or re-auditioning next year. And if you are new here and you are looking at developing your skills for the next audition season for 2027, then you have come to the right place. My name's Louise. I've been an audition coach for a number of years now. I've also taught at drama schools throughout the UK, along with sitting on audition panels. So I really know firsthand what audition panels are looking for, what schools are looking for, and the challenges that are set in place for people who are auditioning. And if you're tuned into this particular video because you've either had a somewhat unsuccessful audition year so far, or you are brand new to the experience and you want to gain a little bit more knowledge and a little bit more insight, then you might be interested to know that I am going to be running an audition summer school. Basically, it's going to be a combination of live workshops and masterclasses, grappling with classical text and contemporary text, and basically building up your repertoire before the application even open for 2027. You're also going to get access to the act.cool platform, which has tools and resources and training videos to really help you with your audition process before you even get in the room with a panel. So if you are interested in joining the act.cool summer school, then all of the details are below. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, the big thing that I see that is separating people who are getting successful results in audition rooms and people who are getting unsuccessful results has nothing to do with talent. It doesn't even have anything to do with preparation. It is all mindset. And the top one that I teach my coaching clients and that they bring into audition season with them is the with or without you mentality. This is like the number one thing that I talk about with my coaching clients when I'm doing private one-to-one sessions, whether I'm teaching a workshop, whether I'm doing something in person, we talk about the with or without you mentality. Because talent is one thing, you either have it or you don't have it. It's kind of an immovable thing. And skills can be honed, they can be developed. This is why getting coaching and attending workshops for your auditions in advance is really necessary. But mindset, that is the defining factor. Because if you don't have a rock solid positive mindset, growth mindset, a mindset that joins you in every single audition that is quietly whispering, I'm an actor already, I will succeed with or without this school. I've got stuff going on, irons in the fire, I have a whole life and a whole creative journey that exists outside of this audition room and away from the analysis and the judgment of an audition panel. All of my successful coaching clients deliberately cultivated this mindset so that when they turn up in those audition rooms, there is no air of desperation. There's no huge pull to people please and morph themselves into whatever they think that the audition panel wants from them or wants them to be. And because of that, they are never feeling like they are running this huge risk of failing somehow, because they knew inherently that they were not failing. Even if the audition did not go their way, if they didn't get a yes, if they didn't get accepted onto the school, because they knew that they are on a journey. They're on a journey to becoming a professional actor, because in the end, that is what training is. It is purely a step in the direction of you becoming a professional actor. Training is one path. Just one out of many ways that you can find yourself into this industry in a professional capacity. So basically, they're just not hanging every hope on the acceptance into training. So if it doesn't work out, that's okay. It's not a dead end, it is just a pivot. Next, they prepare early. Yep, it's that old chestnut. Early preparation leads to better results. Why? Because you're not rushed and you're not stressed and you're not making very important decisions based on timeframes. Early preparation made these people calm, confident, relaxed. And most importantly, they were in control of their own auditions. And what's more, they enjoyed the journey of it. They enjoyed turning up to weekly coaching calls in advance of even application deadlines. They were able to take their time choosing their material and writing personal statements and exploring character development through coaching calls or through workshops, because they didn't have one eye constantly on this deadline that was looming for next week. So it wasn't about the end result all the time. It wasn't about chasing deadlines. It was about the experience and the exploration and the discovery, because we didn't want to be actors to chase deadlines. We wanted to be actors so that we could actually have fun with stuff. So yeah, you could submit your application for drama school on the deadline day. Yeah, of course you can. A lot of people do, and that's fine. And you could then spend the next 2 weeks scrambling to find audition material and preparing it and putting it on tape and sending it off. Maybe that kind of process works for you. But in my experience as an audition coach, that only brings stress. And with stress, it means that you are not expanding into a creative space so that you can explore and get curious and really do your best work. So basically, the early bird catches the drama school worm. So yeah, it's definitely something to consider. Now, please note, I am not saying that you need to dedicate every waking hour from now until November working on your audition material. That's not going to get you the results that you want. If anything, it's going to lead to you getting bored or burnt out or getting so frustrated because you were just magnifying and kind of zooming in on every nuance and every detail and every kind of inaccuracy and, oh, I did it better yesterday and I wish I could do it better today, and everything's just kind of like, eh. Believe me, you will drive yourself crazy if all you are doing and all you are thinking about, all you are spending your time on is audition preparation. It's about beginning early and integrating your prep into your already existing life, developing skills and knowledge over a few months. And this can be like 1 hour a week, half an hour on this. I'm going to spend a little time finding a speech. I'm going to spend some time reading a play. I'm going to spend some time just exploring something creatively. I'm going to spend a little bit of time tweaking my personal statement. It's little bits here and there throughout the entirety of your prep. And believe me, it is better than scrambling at the last minute and doing all your prep within 1 or 2 weeks. Next up, they trusted themselves and they trusted their prep. So my last point leads very, very neatly into this one, which is that by preparing early and by preparing early and consistently, the actors getting results in the room were truly trusting themselves because they knew that the work was already done and they had full faith that the work was going to be there when it mattered most. All they needed to do was turn up and do their jobs because they knew what they were doing. They had practiced and rehearsed those speeches. They practiced redirection. They practiced interview technique. They even practiced how they were going to walk into the room and introduce themselves to the panel. So nothing was a surprise. It was all part of a process that they could just implement on the day. And it also meant that they weren't unsettled and they weren't fazed if something changed throughout the process because they were totally present in the event. Now, the alternative to this is either prepping last minute or not really prepping enough. And then you are turning up being really, really shaky and underconfident because you don't quite know what you're doing. You don't quite know what to anticipate. So all you're going to be doing is anticipating the worst. So you'd be turning up into these audition rooms and being fearful of what the audition panel are going to ask you to do instead of approaching it from a place of creativity and of collaboration. And just because these people had prepared in advance and they knew what to expect, it didn't mean that they were just on a kind of robotic autopilot. And it certainly doesn't mean that they weren't engaging with impulse and instinct in the moment. It's the fact that they had a solid foundation with which to build upon. And we kind of need to remember that audition season only happens once a year. It's not like you have the option of quickly redoing it. So the question is, do you really want to risk not preparing enough and not trusting yourself when you go into those audition rooms when it really, really matters? Next up, they knew what they wanted out of the process. Seems like the obvious answer to, well, why are you auditioning for drama school? It would clearly be, well, I want to get into drama school. But there is so much more nuance to this. I want you to think about it like the standards that you have if you're going on a date with somebody. Like if you're really trying to take it seriously and you're going to try and find love in your life. You don't just go into the experience thinking, well, I want a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a partner or a lover, whatever. You're thinking, I want someone who shares my interests, who treats me well, who makes me laugh, who enriches my life. You aren't just looking for anyone, you're looking for specifics. And this is what I get my coaching clients to think about. I'm always telling them again and again that they are auditioning the panel as much as the panel is auditioning them. It has to be a good fit for both parties. Because otherwise, you are going to be spending the next 1 or 2 or 3 years of your training, of your university life in an unsuitable environment. One that doesn't light you up and one that isn't giving you the thing that you want. So I teach my coaching clients to have standards, to not just take every and any offer that is presented to them, or even to attend a recall audition if they just don't get a good vibe the first time round. Because we aren't here for the scarcity mentality of let's just apply everywhere and audition everywhere and hope that someone takes us. My coaching clients knew that the buck stopped with them, that they could say no, that they had one eye on their audition and another eye thinking, is this school right for me? Do I like the way that the panel are conducting this? Do I like the notes that I'm getting? Do I like the vibe of this place? Do the students seem happy? Do I like their curriculum? Is everything here something that I could see myself getting involved with? We've got to remember that we've got more power in an audition situation than we give ourselves permission to believe. And lastly, they went in with a sense of equality. I talk about this so much on YouTube, and I talk about this so much on Instagram, and I talk about this so much in my private coaching sessions, in my workshops, in my masterclasses. We've got to remember that the audition panel are equal. They are on the same level as us, not above and not below us, on the same level. You are a creative, they are creatives. And you are going into a room together to collaborate. And the instant that you put them on a pedestal or believe them to be higher or lower than you, you are going to run into some serious trouble. Because panels want like-minded creatives to collaborate alongside for the next 1, 2, or 3 years. They want to train actors that they feel could be peers. Now I get it, because hierarchy is such a big thing in the school system and at college, that you have a teacher and they are in charge and they are all knowing, and you are the pupil or the student and you are lesser than because you don't know as much. So I get where that mentality comes from. But drama school operates slightly differently because it is an environment of collaboration and creativity. And yes, sure, the people who are sitting on your panel have more knowledge and more experience than you do. And that is what they bring to the table. But that doesn't mean that you don't bring anything to the table. You're bringing your gifts, you're bringing your talent, you're bringing your insight, your way of thinking, your own lived experience. All of this you are bringing to this process, and that is enriching, and that is what the panel is looking for. I really hope that you found this useful after my little hiatus from the channel. And as always, make sure that you subscribe, that you like the video, that you tell other people about it so that we can all learn together. And if you were looking for something to do over the summer, then check out the act.cool summer school so that you can start developing your material for the next audition season. I'd be really excited to see you there. But until next time,